Why not?
The president's routinely focused on the coronavirus. I think you'll be hearing more about what we're doing in the coming week. He's hard at work. We talk about COVID every day from this podium. The task force is hard at work, and I'm glad you asked about COVID in particular, because I just want to read through some of the things that we are doing, which I think is most important than what we're saying is what we're doing. And the White House has engaged in travel. Dr. Birx to Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and South Carolina. I spoke with Dr. Birx this morning. She's in Georgia today, heading to South Carolina tomorrow. HHS has deployed 19 teams across the country. We identify not where we see embers, but that. We identify where we might see an emergence, and we send teams there to address it in advance. So we're proactive. Dr. Birx routinely sends real-time data to governors. She gives them governors' reports on remdesivir. We've surged it to Texas, Florida, California, Arizona. 65,000 vials went to these 4 states, and we're also surging testing sites. So we're doing stuff each and every day.
But Haley, surely you would agree this is the biggest challenge facing the public right now. Why aren't we seeing it as the president's biggest public priority?
The president's focusing on a lot. Look, the president just yesterday held a big press conference, if you will, or an avail in the Oval Office about MS-13. COVID is something that we're focused on. It is a top priority of this administration. It's why the task force meets. It's why I mentioned to you we're taking all those steps. But there are other things the president has to focus on, namely Democrat cities not controlling their streets, namely the mayor of Chicago, people dying on the streets of her city every weekend, and the president sent her a letter saying you must secure your city. The president's involved in Operation Legend in honor of Legend Taliaferro, a young man who lost his life, sending federal assistance to St. Louis, a city that has asked for our help, and he's shown up. The president's focused on MS-13, who tragically maimed and killed those 2 young little girls, and he's held their killer accountable, the leader of that ring. So the president's focused on COVID. It's a top priority. He's focused on the violence in the streets. He's doing a lot of things at once, and that's the great thing about the Trump administration.
Quickly, when's the last time he attended a task force briefing?